If you're someone who's buying an expansion team in one of these leagues, how big of a buster are you? Or are you a buster?
Um, I mean, okay, given the current state of you can't really argue that it's more valuable to buy an Overwatch League team at 30 million than it is to buy a League of Legends team at 10 million when League of Legends is the biggest game in the world. And League of Legends is vastly more popular as a game, vastly more popular in terms of viewership watching the esport, and vastly more people probably buying merchandise and everything related to the team. So if you're just comparing the numbers, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for why people bought into Activision Blizzard's leagues compared to the other franchise league, which is way, way bigger and was, not and was 3 times less the amount of money to buy in.
And already had a proven viewership and player base.
Yeah, like all of this. However, okay, here I'm gonna give Activision Blizzard a little bit of credit, just a little bit of credit, but um, you got to understand that the first franchises to buy into the Overwatch League to really like kick things off were all buddies of Bobby Kotick, the Wilpons of the Mets, Kraft at the Patriots, and Rams owner. I'm blanking out on the Rams owner, but they're all buddies of Bobby Kotick. So the biggest investors to the Activision Blizzard Overwatch League and Call of Duty League were people that are billionaires that have more money than God that are paying like one of their NFL players for 1 year of salary. Giving Activision Blizzard $25 million is like nothing. It's like literally zero. They probably don't even realize that they spent the money.
So these are like tax shelters essentially for billionaires.
Kinda, yeah.
Because like they're never gonna make the $30 million.
No. I mean, they're looking at it as a long-term bet. This is where a little bit of the credit I was gonna give them. They are trying to build a long-term future. All of the owners that bought in, even the ones that are not named Kraft or Wilpon, understood that no one was going to be making the money soon, and they're not going to be recuperating $20 million anytime in the near future. All of this investment was a long-term bet that this league and esports in general is going to be successful 5 or 10 years from now. And that by then, the brands themselves will be as valuable for as much as they spent the initial fee to buy in. And or they would have profitable businesses running by then to at least be making them money in the long term. And to be able to work directly with a publisher, because the only other publisher that was doing this is Riot Games. This opportunity does not exist in the Valve ecosystem. This opportunity does not exist really within the Epic ecosystem of Fortnite or Rocket League. So the only way to do this as an outside investor was going to be with Activision Blizzard. And a lot of the esports organizations that run independently, like a Cloud9 or an Immortals, who do have teams within the Activision Blizzard ecosystem, they're all running on venture capital. They're all running on money from the outside. These are not profitable organizations. For as much as the Forbes like net worth list might say that Cloud9 is worth $500 million or whatever, they're not making any money in terms of like a profit. So
Rod, Uber's worth billions of dollars. They don't make any money.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know the tech world. Okay, I come from the tech world. I know no one's making any money on anything, and just like
the stonks go up, money printer go burr, right?
I don't know. I'm just curious. Like, do you think Overwatch 2 will like stimulate like the Overwatch League like in any sort of significant way? Do you think like that might be a chance to sort of turn things around there?
better hope it will.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what do you?
More in the short term, here the elimination of hero pools should benefit it a little bit, right?
A little bit. Like Overwatch 2 is more important than the hero pool. I mean, Overwatch has a lot of problems. I think a lot of people don't understand that so many of the issues for Overwatch League is not Overwatch League. In all seriousness, the sales team for Overwatch League has done an incredible job. They got Twitch to pay them $90 million for the first 2 years of Overwatch League. They got fucking Google to pay them $150 million. That also included Activision using Google's services for the cloud and all that, which is probably more important than the media rights to Call of Duty or Overwatch. But the sales team has been able to sell the media rights for way more than any other game not named League of Legends. So for as much as people want to tout Counter-Strike being a huge game and like the world's biggest first-person shooter, which it is, there's Counter-Strike media rights aren't being sold for $90 or $150 million. And on top of that, the Activision Blizzard sales team sold multiple non-endemic like blue chip title sponsorships for the Overwatch League. So for everyone hating on the Overwatch League for all the fucked upness of the Overwatch League, the Overwatch League esports has actually done really well. The problem with Overwatch League in a larger way is Overwatch the video game. Overwatch the video game being in such a screwed up state in a lot of different ways is the cascading issue for why Overwatch is in a precarious situation that it's in, partially due to the balance, which is why we are in this like bizarro world with hero pools and then just not knowing how to balance the game. That is a major issue that has been there since the beta. And then, as you mentioned, like Overwatch 2, they really need Overwatch 2 to bring back the hype for the game. But from everything that even Blizzard has said, the focus of Overwatch 2 is single player. The focus of Overwatch 2 is the story mode. The focus of Overwatch 2 is not the competitive aspect of the game. So for everyone like hoping that Overwatch 2 is going to magically fix a lot of the longer term issues for Overwatch, I would not hold your breath for that to happen. Overwatch 2 coming out, like the marketing cycle and the promotional cycle and all the money that Blizzard is going to put behind the game is going to be huge for the franchise and the title as a whole. I just don't know if it's going to be able to fix any of the underlying issues which have plagued the game for a long time.